man has made the issue of racism his life's work. Today, 24-hour News 8 Steve Kelso had the opportunity to sit and talk with Dr. Lewis Walker about the impact of the events in Selma. Steve, good evening.
Good evening, Leon. I got to tell you, this is one of the most interesting conversations I've had in a long time. Dr. Walker grew up in Selma, Alabama. He witnessed a black man hanging from a tree when he was just 6 years old. Now, he was not in Selma for Bloody Sunday because a year before, he'd become the first full-time African-American professor at Western Michigan University. He's since retired from that position, but his work today continues.
And now I'm looking mainly at police departments and the treatment of minorities. And I think Ferguson or Cleveland simply said, we cannot afford the kinds of police cultures, police practices, police behaviors that are being manifest in places like Ferguson.
Dr. Lewis Walker says there are a lot of similarities between what happened in Ferguson and what happened in Selma, Alabama. He says both harbor important lessons in moving race relations forward because both happened in full view of the public.
It was a situation that played out on television, ABC as I recall, that exposed the entire country to a system that had been oppressive and abusive to black people.
Walker says police in Selma felt they acted out of duty because of segregation laws and because of culture at the time.
The viciousness of that, saying that we are really in control. And I'm going to run right now to Ferguson, where there's a culture there that has been internalized by the police officers. This is what we can do with impunity.
He's been working with the Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety to establish better practices for officers dealing with the black community. He says police have expressed to him their frustrations over Ferguson, saying,
and it's unfortunate that the Ferguson or the Cleveland or the New York situation allow people to paint us all with that broad brushstroke.
The issues are not simple, says Walker, but 50 years after Bloody Sunday, he says real progress is being made.
At least we're now being forced to embrace the challenges.
How so?
There's more conversation today, 2015, than in 2012 or 2010.
Wow. Imagine the number of conversations that have taken place since that group tried to cross the Pettus Bridge in the last 50 years, and yet the doctor says that's exactly what we have to do, is continue to have more and more of those conversations.
And the juxtaposition is stunning here. The images, and of course it's a totally different time now from what happened in Selma, but the images there, despite the black and white picture, are so similar.
Launching in, the crowds gathering, and the fact that at that time television is a very new media, and it reaches a mass audience, and today we have everything that's online, the social media, again, a very new media, and the message still there.
Will we be talking about Ferguson 50 years from today? That's
I would certainly think so. I probably won't.
Steve, thanks.